Hey everyone, it's Lauren, and hi, how are you? Sorry it's been a little bit since I've got the chance to sit down and talk to you guys. You can clearly tell by my background, or if you watched another one of my videos, I was talking about I was moving to a new apartment. Well, we're all moved, we're getting settled in and unpacked, so excuse the mess and the boxes and the lack of everything else. We don't have a couch right now, it didn't fit through the door. Okay, so I'm doing a little bit of a different type of video today, and I hope you'll enjoy it. If you do or you don't, always leave me a comment down below after you're done watching and let me know how you like this. I'm gonna call it Life After VSG, and not to steal the title from like Lucy, who does her like Life After Gastric Sleeve. It's just so perfect. I took inspiration from her, and I hope to maybe accomplish the same type of thing. I'm going to address a really prevalent issue in the weight loss surgery community, and just something that I get a lot of questions about, and that is hair loss after weight loss surgery. So you could probably tell that by the title already, but that's what we're going to be talking about today. I hope to do it in a very succinct and organized manner as best as possible, and let's get started. I'm going to, and I think it's about time on my Chemistry Queen channel that I have a little bit of science. So if you're not into all the science, or it's too thick for you, feel free to skip this part, but I think it's interesting, clearly. So I'm going to get a little bit into it. Maybe you'll find it interesting as well. So, what is hair? That is one of the main questions we have to ask ourselves when we want to talk about hair loss. Well, hair itself is made up of proteins, and it's comprised mostly of the protein keratin. Now, that's why you'll see a lot of shampoos and, hair treatments that say they have keratin in them, things like that, because it's adding, or they're trying to add the protein back to your hair. Because if you didn't know this, your hair is dead. The only actual alive part is the hair follicle in your scalp, but this whole part of our hair is already dead. So we're trying to, rejuvenate it, add stuff back. I don't know, I'm not a shampoo manufacturer, okay, but that's the whole premise of that. Hair is made out of keratin. And then, so that kind of brings us to the question of how does hair grow? Well, human hair has two different growth cycles. The first growth cycle is called anagen, the anagen phase. And at any given time, about 90% of your hair follicles are in this phase. This is the active phase. This is the growth phase of your hair. That means that the hair follicles are actively participating in cell division and cell growth, and your hair will grow longer. The second growth phase is known as telogen. This is the inactive or resting phase of your hair. Again, at any given time, 5 to 15% of your hair follicles are in this inactive, or they're taking a break kind of state. So, and these switch back and forth, 90% of your hair is growing, 10% is taking a break, and they're like, okay, my turn for a break, like at any normal job, that's what occurs. So these hairs in telogen phase are not actively growing, and that will transition to why do we lose hair after weight loss surgery? Well, one of the biggest things, and probably you realize this when I said, hey, hair is made out of protein, is the fact that our diets as weight loss surgery patients are so drastically changed after surgery. Our caloric intake is less, our protein intake is less, our carb intake is less, everything is less. And a lot of people don't think about this, but just because we're losing 80% of our stomach, or part of our intestines, or whatever kind of surgery you may have, our body still needs the same amount of nutrition that it did before. And the reason why we lose hair, you can kind of think of it like your body goes through this really shocking change after surgery. It is a major surgery, and it's like, okay, what can we put on hold? Like, what is not important? What can we not, we don't have to prioritize, and hair is one of those things. Your body's like, okay, I need brain function, I need lipogenesis, I need gluconeogenesis, I need sugar to the brain. Brain function is very important. Your brain needs sugar, we're not getting a lot of sugar. Your body can of course produce that, but it needs a lot of energy to do so. So your body's like, okay, hair, go on vacation, go in your telogen phase, we'll come back to you when we can. And this is a condition known as telogen effluvium. which is like the silliest word that I've ever heard. But that's the condition where after weight loss, this is specific for weight loss surgery patients, what they experience with hair loss. Now, up to 40% of people will experience hair loss after weight loss surgery. So I just want to let you know right off the bat, this is not your fault. This is not something that you could have done differently or that you can really prevent, unfortunately. It is just something that your body goes through as it's trying to conserve energy for your brain, which honestly, I'd rather my brain work than, you know, I've got like a really full head of hair. That's just me, again. So I think that kind of covers the sciencey aspect of it, right? So we're losing hair because it's in the resting phase. Oh, and time-wise, you can begin to see hair loss between 1 to 6 months after surgery because think of it in this way. You have surgery, your body's like, oh my God, what's going on? Hair goes on vacation. Those hairs in the telogen phase, now it usually happens 3 to 4 months. That's at least when it started for me. Those hairs are switching back to the anagen phase now. And your hair falls out when it starts to grow again. So actually, you losing hair is a good sign. It means your hair is growing back. It's becoming healthier again. You're getting the right amount of protein. You're getting the right amount of hydration. Which is another very critical point. Based on my dietitian, recommend that you get between 80 to 100 grams of protein a day for healthy hair growth. Now, I am not a dietitian. I am a chemist, right? But based on the fact that I was supposed to have 80 grams of protein 3 weeks out, I feel pretty comfortable being like, get between those numbers if at all possible. Your body needs that protein. Make protein a priority is what I'm trying to say. If you're ever concerned or want to know actually what your dietitian thinks, ask your actual dietitian. I promise they're happy to talk to you. So you need that protein, you need that hydration, and then at the 3 to 4 month mark, your body's like, okay, we can maybe make this a priority again. Because more than 5 to 15% of those hair follicles had shut down, you see a mass exodus kind of situation going on, where you're losing a lot more hair, and it's sucky, right? But I want you, if you're watching this video and you're like, I don't really know if I want to have the vertical sleeve gastrectomy or the gastric bypass if I'm gonna lose hair, I think you need to take a step back. Not to be blunt or like harsh or rude, I think you need to take a step back and reevaluate why you're having the surgery, because honestly, this is temporary hair loss. The most you'll experience hair loss is up to 12 months. If it happens after that, you need to go back to your doctor because it could be like a chronic illness or something like that. Something else is going on. This is temporary. Your hair will grow back. You will have a beautiful head of hair and you will have a beautiful body. You will have, you know, we all want to lose weight and have great hair, right? That is like my goal in life. And you can see I'm working on both of them right now. So just hang in there. I promise it will pass, okay? So again, I hope that wasn't too much science. I hope you enjoyed that. Now I'm gonna go over what, again, like I said, you can't really completely ameliorate these issues. You can ameliorate them. You can't stop them. So I'm gonna go over what I use to ease the pain, so to say. The first, and I think one of the most important, is I take Biotin. Here we go. I take it in these berry melts form. You can get this anywhere. Biotin, they sell everywhere. You just, you know, you can find it wherever you may be. I take this in addition to every day taking my multivitamin and my B complex. I take 5,000 micrograms of biotin. Now, what is biotin? You may be asking. Okay, the science might not be over yet. This is what biotin looks like. It actually is a B vitamin. So if you have a B complex, you might notice it in it. It's okay to supplement a little bit. I don't understand the people who take like 20,000, 25,000 micrograms of biotin. You really just don't need that much. 2,500 to 5,000 is plenty extra a day. So biotin is a B vitamin, and what it's really salient or crucial for is something known as coenzyme activity. It's actually a coenzyme in fatty acid synthesis. Now, fatty acid is our body's energy source. So that means that it participates heavily in cell growth, meaning why it's marketed towards hair and nails and skin. It's helping those cells go through their life cycle, you know, continue to regrow and cell divide and all that great biology junk. This is helping with that. So I take that every day. Also, something that I highly recommend is this. This is called a wet brush. I think you can see it on the side there. The wet brush. You can find these like anywhere now. I found this one at Target with its cool like tribal pattern. Oh yeah. I'm a sucker for cool stuff. What can I say? But this is great. This is really great for fragile hair. I use this right out of the shower, or most of the time actually, because hairs that might have stuck around, and then you'll use like a comb or a normal hard bristle brush, they'll pull those right out. Brushing your hair when it's wet is very damaging, so I use this. It goes through the hair. It's like marketed as like a no tangle brush, because literally it like, this is like, you can like push in these, it's so great. I don't know, it's like magic. It's like a magic brush. You can find these anywhere. They're not the cheapest hairbrushes, but I think it really makes a difference. I'm not pulling and tugging on my hair, which helps a lot of it stay in. And in case you were curious about how much hair I was losing, and sorry if this is a little bit gross, but this is the hair from, this is 1 week's worth of hair from my hairbrush that I pulled out. It's pretty thick, you can see this is a lot of hair. This doesn't count the hair in the shower, which is my next topic, or thing that I recommend. And this is a drain cover. This is a lifesaver, guys. I already have long, very fine hair. It falls out. It fell out a lot before weight loss surgery, and it falls out a lot more now. So this saves my shower, okay? I have very dry hair. I have very dry skin, very dry nails. I have very dry everything. I just dropped that. I have very dry everything, so, and sorry if this sounds a little weird, but I only wash my hair once a week. Now, I still shower every day, but I actually only shampoo and condition my hair once a week, because I need the natural oils from the sebaceous glands to kind of keep my hair healthy. Otherwise it'd be coarse, and it's already pretty dry, right? You can tell it's dry, right? But it would be so bad if I shampooed it every day. Regardless, I wash it once a week, so that means I lose a good chunk of hair every week. This saves it from going down my drain, and this saves me from having to call a plumber, having to put Drano down there. This is a miracle. I got this on Amazon. I'll put the link in the description box. They have one, this is for pop-up drains. They have one for flat drains too. Oh my God, even if you aren't losing hair, if you have long hair, if you have kids with long hair, if you have kids, I highly recommend this. This is saving my shower, especially because I live in an apartment. So, tip number 3. And that's pretty much it. That's all I have to talk about. Number 1 is to get your protein in, get your water in, stay hydrated. You'll just notice if you're having issues, you know, with being just dry. Like, that's just my natural skin type, and everything is dry. But it's like 100 degrees in Southern California right now. You need more water during the summer. So please stay hydrated, at least 64 ounces of water. Again, try to aim for around 80 grams of protein a day. I know that's a lot. I know I don't hit it every day either, but I'm making an effort to keep my body healthy and giving it the nutrients it needs, because we can't take in as much, and this brain is working overtime, if you know what I mean. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Oh, I had one more thing that I wanted to just briefly mention before I went. I've never heard anyone talk about this, and sorry if it's too much information. So when we think about hair loss, we associate it with the hair on our head. I'm losing hair in some other places, mainly the lady bits downstairs. Again, sorry if it's too much information, but if I'm just washing in the shower, it just likes to come off. So if that's happening to you, don't be alarmed. Hair loss, when I say they're in the telogen phase, that's everywhere on your body. You've got hair all over your body. Some of those follicles are taking a break. So just thought I'd let you know in case anyone else was going through that as well. Okay guys, again, leave me a comment down below if you liked the science-y, if you liked me just sitting down talking about one topic. Let me know how you feel. If you didn't like it, let me know too. Also, if you have any questions for types of video like these, please let me know. I'm happy to, answer to the best of my ability. I also should put a disclaimer. These are my experiences. Again, I had the vertical sleeve gastrectomy surgery, but I know that hair loss like this is typical with all the weight loss surgeries, like room-wide gastric bypass, duodenal switch, the distal bypass, all of that kind of stuff. I guess lap band too. I'm not sure about lap band, but the ones that you're physically altering your anatomy, this can occur because the body is prioritizing different things now. So let me know. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. stay inside with the air conditioning to avoid the heat, or go outside and enjoy the heat in the sun, whatever one you prefer. I hope you guys are having a great summer so far, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.